After losing the first 2 games of the year to the Dodgers in Japan, the Chicago Cubs come roaring back and take 4 of the last 5 to clinch the season series against the defending champs. Defer that. Go Cubs.
You are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
You are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Alongside Sam Olber, I'm Matt Cozy. Sam and I are lifelong fans taking our passion into a discussion with you on all things Cubs. Thank you for being part of the show and making us your first listen today. And the best way you can help us grow the show is to listen or watch every day. Today's episode is presented by our great partner at Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Seiya update plus roster news and notes later in the show, as well as Justin Turner and John Berti concerns. And we start with the
Matt.
Cubs defeating the Dodgers 7-6 on Wednesday to complete the 2-game sweep this week and take the season series. Sam, the Cubs are now 16-10 on the season.
You know what? Just because it's 2 games against them, excuse me one moment, I have something to get.
You need to get the broom, player. Come on. Got to have that ready. Cubs got 3 in the 4th, 4 in the 5th. PCA 3 for 4 with a home run, 4 runs batted in, 2 stolen bases. We'll get to Matthew Boyd's line of 6 innings. And then it was Palencia, Merriweather, and Hodge to close the game out of the bullpen. Dodgers scored 10 runs on 9 hits on Tuesday and 6 runs on 11 on Wednesday and went 0-2. What a sport that we have chosen to love.
It's a sweep.
Sam, it really was a thrill of a 2 games, great atmosphere at the ballpark. And we have more and more evidence, despite flaws that we've seen, more and more evidence that the Cubs are a formidable team.
I need to clean this broom. More than formidable. More than formidable. These last 2 games were such different stories, but such reasons why it's time to start believing, folks.
Wow.
Like I said yesterday, it's time to start, call that friend of yours that's kind of into the Cubs when they're good and say, we're going to be at Wrigley a lot this summer.
And tell them to put our show on.
Yeah. That would be nice too. Call your mom and dad, go, hey, the Cubs could be an exciting summer over at 1060.
Hawk Olber here.
Olber. Just do something. Because let me tell you something, Matt.
No, it could be a special team. I was the first to say it.
Yesterday,
I think my dad was. But
yesterday was, a crazy game. But let me tell you the real sign of when you start to have a lot of confidence in a ball club. They got down early today, right? They got down early. What was it, 2-0? Or I can't remember if it was 2-0 or 3-0 early. All the games are
2-0.
They got down 2-0. And you know me, I kind of usually go into my shell at that point.
Oh, my gosh. You haven't learned your lesson.
No, but I didn't.
Oh.
That's
2 days in a row. You really haven't done that.
I was very confident. And I just kind of felt like it was a matter of time until they were going to come back and make this a ball game.
Absolutely.
Same thing when they got down 5-3. I didn't even flinch. I didn't even stutter.
I feel like that started Sunday, right? With Sunday's game.
Yeah, it's just a really beautiful thing. And then, to be honest with you, offensively today, they left a lot to be desired. We're going to talk about Justin Turner and, more importantly, John Berti's effort, because he's paid to do exactly what he didn't do out there tonight. But that right there is why high leverage guys can cover up mistakes. Because if the Cubs lost that game, we would come out here and go, yeah, the bullpen, this and that, but really they should have scored more. They had runners on the corners, nobody out. They had first and second, nobody out, got thrown out at third. But the bullpen guys wiped it away. Credit Daniel Palencia, the highest of high leverage, 7th inning going through the middle of their order. Julian Merriweather looked sharp. And then Porter Hodge, the guy I believe should be pitching the 9th inning.
He was electric.
He just, I mean, you want to talk about relaxing, 1, 2, 3, gets Barnes, who ironically was his toughest guy, and then wipes away Ohtani, gets Betts easily, play the song, the Cubs sweep the Dodgers. And I'm on a high with this team. I really am. And
Gotta savor it.
you gotta savor it. It doesn't get much better than this. We just beat the Dodgers four out of 5 times.
Incredible stuff. Yeah, really, you're right. 4 out of 5. You could say 4 out of 7 to extend it, but more recently, 4 out of 5. There's so much from this ball game. First of all, Hodge appears in consecutive games for the first time all year. He did that tonight to finish the job. Hopefully, Presley is okay
Right.
after not appearing in the series. We'll probably find out more after this one or when the clubhouse opens on Friday. And so knowing that maybe they had Hodge in mind or Presley did need to be in his sneakers tonight, then the dominoes kind of went the other way, and now we have answers to like why Palencia was in. And
Right.
Merriweather was later, and then Hodge was later as well. And Palencia right there, he wasn't even on the roster last week, and now he's shutting the door on the Dodgers, which, as we'll talk about third segment, the bullpen has truly experienced one of the more incredible carousels I can remember in terms of a roster build.
What a word.
This is since last Tuesday, April 15th. I have all the names here. It's
actually,
comical.
For Friday, the wind's going to be blowing. They're going to call you up. You're going to do a little long relief.
Well, I'd like to pitch, maybe in like a men's league or something.
And then they're gonna call me up, and I'll be the designated position player to pitch.
Oh gosh. PCA Sam, I have to believe he's going to be our lead for Friday's episode. He's taken over not the Cubs right now.
Yeah.
He's taken over the sport.
Yeah.
No, just say it. Just say it. He's taking over the sport. Accept it. 3 for 4 with a homer, 4 runs batted in, 2 more steals. He's now got 10 of those on the year.
I'm gonna cry. I'm getting teary-eyed.
It's unreal, and I appreciate you after Tuesday's game going there and leaning into his potential stardom, like we have in the past. But those were off-season shows, respectfully to us.
Yeah,
this
right.
is the real thing. This is the real thing. This is go time. And when the Cubs showed up to the field this week, dude, they won not one but both games. And I say, bring on the Phillies. Bring on the Pirates, the Brewers, the Giants, and Mets. This 41-game stretch is no joke, and the Cubs are 16-10 through the first 26 of those 41.
Well, I say bring on the early 70s A's. When did they three-peat? Anyway, no.
White cleats.
Pete Crow-Armstrong. I don't know what else to say anymore. Everything that I felt like could happen is happening. And it's electric, man. He's slashing 294, 339, 549.
Come on.
How many spaces did he steal today? 2. He has
2.
10.
I know. You just said that.
He might be. I mean, right now he's a cross between Willie Mays and Ricky Henderson.
It's a bad take.
I mean, no, I'm just saying his April numbers.
Hey, Dansby Swanson starting to break out of a funk, perhaps. 2 for 4 with the game tying 2-run single in the 5th.
I wasn't finished with P.
A lot of positives here.
I just want to say this. July 15th.
A lot of contact tonight.
July 15th. Book your ticket to Atlanta, Pete.
What?
He's going to the All-Star game.
Wow, that'd be one of your predictions coming true.
He's an All-Star. Don't tell me he isn't either. Okay.
Well, he is as of now, sure.
No, he's gonna stay an all-star. He's going to the ATL, and don't be surprised if he takes home the MVP trophy too.
Oh my gosh, here we go. This is Kool-Aid right here.
No, this kid's
I
a
love
stud.
it though. I love it.
This kid's a stud. I mean, all the talk about Kyle Tucker, I'd like to publicly say I'd like to extend him yesterday.
Yeah, he should be extended.
I mean, Pete's right there with him right now.
No, I know.
Yeah, good
Ward,
day.
what is it good for? Who's going to be top 10 when we wake up tomorrow?
Swanson, good days. You just mentioned. Yeah, Boyd, not great. But I'm going to give him a pass, man.
It was just a lot of hits, especially with 2 strikes.
A lot of hits, especially with 2 strikes. Seeing a team like the Dodgers for a second time in a short period of time. He's had to face. I mean, have you seen the teams he's faced? The Diamondbacks, Padres
crazy.
twice, Dodgers twice. But he didn't pitch well tonight. And to be honest with you, I thought he was left in a little bit too long for my liking. Very much like Shota yesterday, he catches a break that his own miscue, it wasn't like Shota's own miscue, but his own miscue made it so a lot of his runs weren't unearned, which I don't understand, by the way, just really quick, because they ended up picking that guy off, so they got the second out. I don't know. It was really weird. Anyways, not a great outing for Boyd, but zero concern there for me right now.
Off day Thursday, then 3 games with the Phillies, which we'll preview for Friday's show, which because it's a 1:20 game, that'll be in your feeds Thursday evening. Coming up next, we talk about Justin Turner and John Berti. Stay tuned. Today's episode is brought to you by Amazon Fire TV Stick. Did you know your Fire TV is also an Xbox? Turn any TV into your gaming and entertainment hub with Fire TV Stick 4K devices, no console required. Just grab your paired controller, subscribe or sign in to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with EA Play included, and you're ready to play. Dive into hundreds of premium titles from EA Sports College Football 25 to Call of Duty Black Ops 6 as you easily stream your favorite shows as well. It's gaming made simple, and it's all on your Fire TV. With 4K streaming, watch more than 1.5 million movies and TV shows from your favorite subscribed services like Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, Max, and more. Plus, they have affordable and portable gaming pricing to go along with all their other goodies as well. Head to Amazon.com/Fire TV Locked On to get started. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription and compatible controller required. Available on select devices, including Fire TV Stick 4K, Fire TV Stick 4K Max, and Fire TV Cube. Justin Turner is 1 for his last 18 and is now hitting 154 on the season with 11 strikeouts and 6 walks and 48 plate appearances. Hard hit percentage is low, exit velo average 87. Just bat speed in general, first percentile. We talked a little bit about that, I think, earlier this week or maybe even last. And Sam, there are concerns here for the 40-year-old vet who is mostly a DH these days anyway. So he's here to hit.
Right. So the Savant bat speed thing isn't overly concerning to me because that measures how fast your bat gets through the zone. It doesn't it doesn't measure how fast your bat gets to the ball. For example, Nico Horner, 7th percentile in bat speed. Stephen Kwan, 1 percentile. Luis Ariz. All the contact guys have low numbers because they don't have power. What concerns me with Turner is that he's even slow to the ball. He's late on regular pitches. Like, I'm fine if his bat speed metric is low. That just means he's not hitting the ball very hard and he's not getting a lot of power. But what he's supposed to bring to this team is a veteran who puts bat to ball, and he's striking out a decent amount. Fastballs in the zone, he's late on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that bat speed metric on Savant, that isn't, he's late on fastballs, because Luis Ariz is never late on fastballs. That's just, he's not generating speed through the zone. But Turner is not doing that, and he's late on pitches, and he's fouling baseballs off. And I thought he'd be better than this. Maybe he just needs some time to get acclimated to just, having sparing ABs. I know a lot of people were up in arms about him batting third today. Let me just address that.
Well, he's done that multiple times.
If Seiya's out, which we'll have to talk about the third segment, if Seiya's out, which hopefully he's not, but in a game-to-game, you cannot hit Bush behind Tucker because of what that does to lefties in the late innings. So it has to be a righty. So it's Turner, Swanson, Horner, or Kelly. It should be Kelly. That's who it should be right now. I mean, that's the answer. But that's why he does it there. He just like, hey, guys are in a rhythm. Like, let's rock and roll. Like, a lot of people are like, hey, well, why can't Pete lead off right now? Eventually he will, but everyone's in a rhythm right now. So you're not going to shake anything up.
It's not really necessary.
Yeah.
Why not Horner third?
Or Horner. It could be Horner or Kelly.
Okay. But
I just think Kelly's earned that if it was one of those guys, he's looked the best. I'd like to shift to John Berti. Can I do that? Or do you want to talk about
Berti's 3 for his last 22.
Yeah, that effort today from him, I like John Berti. I think I've said that a few times on the show. He cannot strike out 4 times in a game. That's like me coming to the podcast and just not talking. Like his job is to put the ball in play offensively. Nobody's asking him to be a home run hitter. Nobody's asking him to slug, but his job is to be a scrappy, gutty, tough AB where he comes up. Let me tell you this. He's supposed to be one of the 3 or 4 best guys you want up in a man on third, no out spot. Mm-hmm. He's supposed to be, hey, he's gonna slap the ball past the draw in an infield. He's not gonna strike out. He's taken strikes. Hopefully it was just a one-off day, but the Cubs need some sort of average to even slightly below average production from third base. And, it's just as bad as Gage Workman was yesterday defensively. I'm sure we'll get to him too soon. 0 for 4 strikeouts from John Berti. I mean, how many of those games do you think he really has had in his career?
Yeah, it has to be a handful.
I would hope. Yeah. I mean, he what I'm saying is like he's on the team to field the ball and to put the ball in play.
Absolutely, right.
So to see those strikeouts today was a little bit like, whoa. And then when he came up with the runners on the corners, nobody out, preceding Haps, what I thought was going to be a game-changing double play, I had no confidence. And I don't think he had any confidence. So,
yeah, you mean late in the game there.
Yeah, it was the eighth. The eighth.
Yeah, and he even does the things that doesn't show up in the box score, like advancing the runner by hitting a grounder to the right side.
Yeah, that type of player.
Or, that type of thing, right?
Yeah.
So I haven't really seen that in his last few appearances.
Nothing.
There was that, I believe, the second week of the year, so the first full week of the season, he didn't even play. Obviously now with third base, becoming more of a revolving door, he's going to get some chances. Are the Cubs in a period right now where they really would accept replacement level production, maybe even a tick below offensively, just to trade some good defensive output until Matt Shaw is ready to come back? And Nicky Lopez might be an option there, this weekend. But I think, he could, of course, he could have a hitless contest, but to go golden sombrero is a shock.
Especially in that spot when you need him to get a hit or to drive in a run, sack fly, whatever it is. Jed spoke today.
Yeah.
And was talking about the inevitable regression of the offense.
He spoke yesterday too.
Everybody loves to do that. This isn't sustainable, and it's not sustainable. Fine. It's true. I just, we all know, but if it's going to be like, if that's going to happen and this offense is going to regress, they're going to need more from third. They can get away with it now because of what they're getting. But, Kyle Tucker is a human being. He's going to have a 4 for 20, 4 for 22. PCA is going to have a 4 for 25. We already saw him do that. You're going to need more production there. And I don't know what the answer is. I mean, no. Jed said today that the hope is that Matt Shaw goes down and fixes things. It looks like there's a lot of fixing needed. But boy, oh boy, it was that is a I'm still shocked at the trivia question from the other day. I mean, think about the names that you could add now. Workman, Shaw,
Right.
Berti, Bruhan, Turner.
And Turner. Yeah.
We've had 5 already.
Yeah. And
would you like to play third at Friday at Wrigley? Give us a call.
Forgot about PJ Higgins. Played 2 games in 2022 at third. Coming up next, a Seiya update. Hopefully he's just day-to-day because he was once before. And tons of roster moves by the Cubs prior to this huge win over the Dodgers. Stay tuned.
This episode is brought to you by Game Time. There's nothing better than catching an MLB game live. The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd, and the smell of ballpark food. And if you're looking to go last minute, Game Time makes getting tickets easier than ever. With last-minute deals, all-in pricing, and a lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the stress out of buying MLB tickets. Plus, ticket prices actually drop as Game Time gets closer, meaning you can score an incredible deal. Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Locked On, and as the Phillies come to town, they just got swept over in Queens. They come to town April 25th through April 27th. I could count on Game Time to help grab tickets that meet my needs. I love that I could preview my exact seat before purchasing, so there's no bad surprises when I get to the stadium. Folks, you know how Wrigley is. Sections 200s, pillars, pillars, pillars. Make sure you look before you buy. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed.
Seiya Suzuki, scratched from Wednesday's lineup because of his wrist. He missed 3 games recently due to the same discomfort he's experiencing now. The Cubs said Seiya is day-to-day. Not sure what happened this time around. Could it have been sliding into a base again? And Sam, I said before the year, 145 games for him would be a nice goal. You actually said 140, which surprised me a little bit. But given that premise and expectation, which isn't necessarily a high bar, I've prepared for news like today. What about you? What are your thoughts on Seiya right now and kind of this wrist thing and such?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's so hard, these questions, because I feel like you got to really walk a tightrope because a player's injured, you know? And I don't want to come off frustrated. I'm frustrated by it. Okay. I want to see him in the lineup. He's off to a really good start. And the good news is it doesn't feel like the wrist is impacting his swing because he's crushed the ball. He's hit 2 home runs since he hurt his wrist, a couple of doubles. I think he's in a really nice spot where, we haven't talked a lot about Seiya Suzuki on the show. Why? Because Kyle Tucker's on the team. And Pete Crow-Armstrong is flourishing. And Michael Busch is flourishing. And I think that's perfect for Seiya. Do you know what I mean? And so I was frustrated when I was frustrated when I heard that. Not frustrated at him per se. Like I'm not insinuating that he should have been out there. But, it's being an injury-prone player is a thing. It is in sports. And he's teetered on it. It's not like he's ever missed 40, 50. Well, I guess his first year he played like 100-something games. But, it's just I don't want him to be in and out of the lineup the whole year. So I hope this either is an IL stint and he's back healthy, or when he comes back, I don't want this to be a day-to-day thing for the entire season. By the way, you want an update on Ryan Presley?
Yeah.
He had his right knee drained Tuesday night, and he hopes to have him available Friday.
Oh, boy.
So.
Yeah, Seiya plays Friday. I guess I don't think – I do wonder. So you talk about a threat of an IL stint.
Yeah.
By the way, Presley, that sounds worse than it is, I guess, because, it'd be great to see him Friday.
Yeah. It's actually a fairly routine thing.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Well, I'll do some Googling after the program.
Okay.
So, Seiya day-to-day – but again, what if it is once every 10, 12 games? If the Cubs are being equally conservative, does he need to be placed on the IL for 10 days straight? That would seem unnecessary, but yeah, I just hope it doesn't progress to a level. So if you need more consecutive rest, maybe that is an option.
Yeah, it's just like,
So
I think more what I'm saying is like, I'm still in that world of like, I want Seiya to just have this breakout, like, and it's like, these things are always, always set
right.
it back.
Yeah, this could be a potential detour. You're
But
saying.
but it could be, but hopefully it isn't. Hopefully he's in the lineup Friday and it's nothing. So
Well, Gage Workman wasn't in the lineup on Wednesday. He was designated for assignment before the game. Nicky Lopez signed and added to the roster immediately. Gavin Hollowell sent down to AAA after his outstanding performance Tuesday. Drew Pomerantz was added after being acquired by
so
the
you said the
Mariners
first
on
time.
Tuesday.
Said it right.
Lopez was a non-roster invitee by the Cubs in spring, didn't make the team, so he was granted his release, signed with the Angels, and then was DFA'd there and again granted his release. So he's back, the Naperville Central grad, and Pomerantz would be making his first appearance since 2021 if he gets in, if and when he gets in this weekend, unless the Cubs have another move in mind. So it's Lopez for Workman, Pomerantz for Hollowell, Sam.
I like Nicky
Hey,
Lopez.
Boog, I got to say, Boog and everybody else that didn't want to use the word urgency, you're just wrong.
Yeah, but Boog's under the weather. Let's be easy on him today.
And again, I always use that word in terms of decision making, and this is it.
Yeah. I like Nicky Lopez. I mean, assuming he could field at third. I was told that he can. I haven't watched a lot of his tape over at third, with the Royals and such and the White Sox, but assuming he plays normal defense,
he was on the Royals.
He's basically what I thought John Berti is. He's a bat to ball guy that once upon a time hit for a high average.
He's better than a Workman.
You're supposed to be able to, just be competent, mix in a hit every 4 at bats, play the game, play defense over at third, steal a bag every once in a while, and put the ball in play. We're not asking for a lot here, so I don't know, I'm not, I wish we had a better situation there. Do you think that it's possible that this team would make a move at the deadline for a third baseman?
Small percentage.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it'd be relief first, starter second, third base third.
Yeah. I think it might. I think starter's gonna really be a priority.
Yeah, well, I could see that. Sure.
So,
well, they should if they know what's up, they'd get all three.
Well, absolutely.
And they should do a blockbuster with the Angels. You get the 3 rentals they have: Rengifo at third, Anderson in the rotation, and Jansen out of the pen. Make the deal with the Halos.
Kyle, if you extend, you can have my broom.
Yeah.
So, hey, before we get out of here,
there's been a bullpen transaction almost every day since last Tuesday.
No, it's between the games,
Tuesday, April 15th.
Between the games, like the wildness and craziness of the games, and then every day about 2-3 o'clock having to text you or you texting me that some move has been made. It feels like we're in like August.
Feels late in the year.
It's Hollowell.
Well, it feels like the trade deadline's 3 weeks away.
Pomerantz, Workman, Bruhan, Lopez. I mean, it seems like Palencia and Little was 6 months ago.
Yeah. Pearson, Morgan.
Before we get out of here, man, just want to just honor Steve McMichael.
Wow. Yes.
Bears legend, Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, was battling ALS for quite a while. We actually know ALS of the Cubs because Boog's really, he's very involved in that. In that disease and charity. And I almost think, I could be wrong, I almost think there's an ALS day at Wrigley. Am I wrong on that?
Oh, yeah.
So
I believe it's around baseball.
he passed today, and just a real beloved Chicagoan. Such an integral part to probably the most beloved team in the history of the city. Is that fair to say? Singular team.
Yeah, for sure.
And then fought that really courageously. So hopefully, I think the Cubs already had a 7th inning stretch planned for today. So hopefully, like on Friday, they'll just play his, because he did a cool
That'd be
one.
awesome.
Just do something to honor him, because that would be that'd be the right thing to do. So.
Thank you so much for checking out this episode. We're here 5 episodes per week talking about all things Cubs. For your second listen, check out the all-new Locked On MLB Game Night. Every game, every night, all season long. Get local analysis on a national scale. Find MLB Game Night on the Locked On MLB channel on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. Cubs sweep the Dodgers. We'll preview Cubs, Phillies, and more. That will hit your feeds on Thursday night into the 1:20 game on Friday. He's Sam Olber. I'm Matt Cozy. This is Locked On Cubs. Come on.
Go Cubs.